In the beginning, there was only the void, but from the darkness, light was born. The universe, ancient, vast, and unfathomable, has been unfolding for over 13 billion years. The formation of stars, the collapse of supernovae, the birth of new galaxies. Each event was a chapter in an unending cosmic story. Within this vast, eternal stage, our solar system began to take shape. Around a young, vibrant sun, the raw elements of existence swirled in a great cosmic dance. Dust, gas, and debris clung to the gravitational embrace of this new star, forming the building blocks for what would one day become planets, moons, and asteroids. It was in this tumultuous process that Theia was born, a small, rocky planet caught in the swirling chaos of a young solar system destined to play a pivotal role in shaping the Earth we know today. Theia, named after the ancient Greek Titaness who was the mother of the moon, was not unlike many other young planets of this era. Formed from the same cosmic dust that surrounded the sun, Theia was a planet in its infancy, small but fierce, slowly growing as it collided with smaller fragments and debris from the solar system's chaotic birth. Unlike Earth, which was forming a more stable orbit, Theia's trajectory was less predictable, a world caught in the gravitational tug-of-war between larger, growing planets. Its path, while stable for a time, was fraught with potential disaster. As the years went on, Theia, like the rest of the early solar system, was constantly bombarded by meteors, comets, and asteroids, further shaping its rocky surface. This violent history, though destructive, was the forge that would later transform Theia into something far more significant than anyone could have anticipated. As Theia grew, so too did Earth, a planet not unlike its sibling, but one whose trajectory was about to change in a fundamental way. The solar system was still young, its planets in constant motion, their orbits not yet fully settled. The gravitational influence of larger planets, like Venus and Jupiter, pulled on Earth and Theia, subtly altering their courses. It was as if the universe itself were a masterful conductor, guiding the motions of each planet through a complex, harmonic dance, unaware that the next step would lead to disaster. As Earth and Theia drifted closer, neither world could yet understand the inevitable meeting that would reshape both their futures forever. The forces at play were not just the gravitational pulls of neighboring planets. They were the same fundamental forces that governed the very fabric of the universe: gravity, motion, and time. These forces, invisible to our eyes, dictated the lives of the planets, determining their paths, their fates. As Earth and Theia approached one another, their collision seemed inevitable. But what did these forces mean? Were they simply mechanical, blind, and indifferent? Or did they carry within them a deeper purpose, an unseen hand guiding the evolution of the cosmos? Perhaps in the vastness of space, there was no meaning beyond the raw physics that governed the universe. Or perhaps these very forces were part of a greater design, one that was not yet understood. These were questions that even the most advanced minds could not yet answer. And then, the inevitable came to pass. Theia and Earth collided in an event that defies the imagination. The energy released in the collision was beyond comprehension. The forces involved were so immense that the two planets were nearly torn apart. Earth, still a molten, chaotic world, was shattered in the impact. Theia, though larger than many other bodies in the solar system, was obliterated. The very structure of both planets was torn asunder, leaving only fragments and debris. What was once Theia, the rocky world destined to orbit the sun for eons, was lost, scattered in a cosmic storm of destruction. The collision was the death of a world, but in that death, the seeds for a new creation were sown. In the wake of this cosmic violence, something extraordinary began to unfold. The debris, the shattered remnants of both Theia and Earth, began to form a disk around Earth. The forces of gravity pulled the fragments together, causing them to collide and clump together. Over the course of millions of years, this swirling disk of debris began to solidify. It was in these turbulent moments of creation that the moon was born, a moon that, to this day, orbits Earth in a delicate cosmic balance. The moon, in many ways, is not just a companion to Earth but a testament to Theia's existence. Though the planet itself was destroyed, its essence, its material, lives on in the moon that we see in our sky each night. The moon stabilized Earth's axis, slowed its rotation, and gave rise to the cycles that govern our planet's seasons. Without the moon, Earth would have been an entirely different world, far less hospitable, far more volatile. The legacy of Theia is everywhere. Its material is embedded in the very core of Earth, in the layers of rock that make up our planet's crust. Its mass was absorbed by Earth in the aftermath of the collision, and much of Theia's chemistry is reflected in Earth's own. But Theia's greatest legacy is the moon that orbits Earth and provides the rhythms of our planet's life. Tides rise and fall in response to the gravitational pull of the moon, shaping Earth's coastlines, its ecosystems, and even the very nature of life itself. The moon controls the flow of the oceans, giving rise to life's first habitats in the shallow seas. Without the moon's stabilizing influence, Earth's environment could have been far more chaotic. Theia's destruction, then, gave rise to a planet that would eventually sustain life. The moon's phases mark the passage of time, influencing ancient calendars and guiding the earliest human civilizations. But Theia, though its legacy lives on in the Earth and the moon, is lost to time. Its physical remains have long since been absorbed, scattered, and blended into the very fabric of our world. We may never truly understand the full extent of Theia's composition or the exact nature of its destruction. The mystery of its fate is hidden in the debris of Earth's core and in the depths of the moon's rock. Perhaps someday, future explorers may uncover more clues hidden within the moon's craters. Or perhaps the answer will remain elusive, a riddle woven into the very fabric of our cosmic history. But what does this story tell us about the nature of existence? What does it mean for us to know that life on Earth was born from such a violent and chaotic event? The history of Earth, like the history of the universe itself, is one of constant change, of death giving rise to life. It's a reminder that all things are interconnected, that the destruction of one world can give rise to the creation of another. Is the universe truly indifferent, a collection of random events governed by blind forces of nature? Or is there a greater meaning behind these cosmic cycles, an unspoken order to the chaos? These are questions that have occupied human minds for centuries. And though we may never find definitive answers, it is in the quest to understand these mysteries that we find our place in the universe. In the grand scheme of the cosmos, the story of Theia is but one chapter. The universe continues its eternal cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth. New stars are born, and old stars die. Galaxies collide, and new planets form. And somewhere, out in the infinite darkness, the next collision is waiting to unfold, creating the next chapter in the cosmic saga. The universe is a vast, endless puzzle, full of mysteries yet to be uncovered. And it is through our curiosity and our quest for understanding that we will continue to uncover its secrets, one discovery at a time.